the fool this time. I'll do it till the sun goes down, and all through the night time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'll tell you what you wanna hear. Keep my sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna show you how strong I am. I'm gonna show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. The I win every single way. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries today. I'm so confident. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today.
All right, good night, everyone. Right, so we're gonna kick off in the next couple of minutes. Right, I'm gonna try and upgrade the Zoom, ASAP. Right, it's gonna stream on YouTube. Right, but a lot of persons they prefer the Zoom, so I'm gonna try and upgrade the Zoom.
Just admit it. See, I gave you faith, turned you down in a pulpit. Can't deny it. Now I'm all alone and my joys turn them open. Tell me, where are you now that I need you? Where are you now? Where are you now that I need you? Couldn't find you anywhere. When you broke down, I didn't leave you. I was by your side. So where are you now that I need you? Need you, 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 need you. Where are you now that I need you? When nobody else was paying. I gave you the shirt off my back, what you saying, to keep you warm. I showed you the game everybody else was playing, that's for sure. And I was on my knees when nobody else was praying. Where are you now that I need you? Couldn't find you anywhere. When you broke down, I didn't leave you. I was by your side. So where are you now that I need you? Need you, need you, need you, need you, need you, need you, need you. Where are you now that I need you?
Crashing, hit a wall. Right now, I need a miracle. Hurry up now, I need a losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling. I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me, don't let me, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Yeah, don't let me down. Yeah, don't let me out of time. I really thought you were.
All right, so good night, everyone. Right, so if you're hearing me loud and clear, just drop me a 1, in the chat. Right, so if you're hearing me loud and clear, drop me a 1 in the chat. All right, supposed to be able to see me as well. Right, so good night to each and every one of you. Right, my name is Michael Ali. Right, it's been a while, it's a long time, I put on a suit or do a presentation or these things, right? Been quite a while, right? Nevertheless, let's get straight into the information. Give me 1 second here. Let me just make Jeremy co-host as well.
Michael, I believe you made the wrong Kevin co-host. Let's double check that.
Oh, I see that person put the name up. They put a hand up, so I don't know. Probably future millennial as well. All right. Seen Damien as well. I don't know if I didn't see last name. Guessing that is right, Damien. All right, lovely. All right, so yeah, we was gonna stream, on YouTube as well. All right, where everybody, they want to be a part of the Zoom, right, where they can chat. Also the stream is about 20 seconds lag as well. Right, so guys, before I get involved, explaining and breaking down the company and why we're having this meeting today is actually to launch a new brand product with MJK, right, a new service. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, right? A lot of you all know me. Some of you all probably first time seeing me, or but I'll tell you something, right? I got involved in this space, right? This trading space, marketing space, right? This digital entrepreneur journey, back in 2017, right? And my life before that, right? I'm 37 years of age, by the way, right? And my life before that, I'll tell you that, it was pretty, basic, right? Ordinary, right? With regards to, lifestyle, with regards to money, right? I didn't have any kind of money, right? As an employee, I worked a job, back in TCL for close to 11 years, right? And I was permanently employed. Your parents, they tell you go to school, get an education, further your education, go and get a degree. And, most importantly, they tell you that you need to go and get a permanent job, right? And, I did that, all right? I don't have any degree or any master's. I just finished high school, had 5 CXC subjects. And, I got a job at TCL, right? Trinidad Cement Limited, right? I was a part of the security department there. I was an estate constable, right? And salary was, it was okay, right? But, life happened, right? After, a couple of years in, when I got permanent, the advice given to me is to go and take a loan, right? People, my age, people with permanent jobs, they take loan, to buy vehicles, right? This is the advice given to me. So I did that, went to the credit union, took a loan, right? Bought, that was an Altis, right, back then. right? And, the loan was for 110,000. Well, the vehicle was 110,000, right? The loan was more than that because, I took out extra money, for rims, and also I took out money, for insurance as well for the vehicle, right? Because I didn't have anything, right? Now, my main concern was to get the loan, right? I wasn't studying all the logistics and all these things behind it, right? How much I need to pay. And be honest with me, if you're going for a loan, right, your main objective is you hope you get through, right? And you'll do everything in your power to get through. Am I right? Right? Drop a yes in the chat, right? If you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Your objective is to get the loan. You don't care about anything else. Anything else could happen after, right? So I got the loan, got the vehicle, and as I said, life happened, right? We used to get paid weekly, and after deductions for sports club, pension, NIS, right? You pay your taxes and all these different things, right? All the installments, right? I was just going home with about $150 TT a week, right? Or 200, so I couldn't even afford to miss a day, right? That was my lifestyle, right? So I had enough money. I was living by my parents still, just to put gas in my vehicle, make it to the next payday, right? Make it to work, make it to the next payday, right? Sometimes, we as co-workers, sometimes, you had to borrow from your co-workers as well, right? Somebody said that is licks. Exactly, that is real licks. Right? You had to borrow money for doubles, you had to borrow money for this. So that was my lifestyle, right? And, along that way, things happen, right? I met someone, fall in love, got married, my wife and I, right? I had my daughter, she was pregnant in 2017. I had my daughter in October in 2017 as well, right, as my first child, right? And, I was still living by my parents, right? And, I was so disappointed that, my wife was asking me, when things going to change financially, right? When we're going to have our own place, Michael, right? When we could, really start our family, right? And I didn't have the answers for that. Right? Because I was even thinking so far ahead, right? You remember your salary or your present reality, right, allows you to think, based on that, right? So I wasn't getting any kind of pay, right? So what I was thinking about is how I was going to pay the insurance for my car that year, how I was going to buy foreign used tires for my vehicle, right? How I was going to, go to work and these things, right? So that was my wake-up call, right? That was my, aha moment, right? And, I started to think. I went back, I went to work, and I started to think, I started to ask some questions in work, right? My coworkers, how we could make some more money, right? What we could do, right? And, people started to look at me different, like, Michael, you can't do anything, you probably could work taxi, you could do this, you could do that, right? But this is where, I started to really think different, right? Everybody, I guess everybody goes through those phases in life, right? And, most of you all probably didn't capitalize on those phases, right? But I did. That was my breaking point, right? I wanted to provide for my for my daughter at the time. I wanted to provide for my wife, right? And, I started to search online, right? How to make money online, right? How to get rich. Anybody ever search that? Drop a one in the chat if you ever search that. How to make money from my smartphone? How to make money from my PC, right? That was me, right? And I saw an ad, with a guy was introducing persons to trading, right? Trading, on the foreign exchange market. Didn't know anything about trading. Didn't know anything about online money or the markets or charts. And trust me, some of you all, probably I don't think anybody's skeptical about trading or these things anymore. I mean, we in 2024, right? So nobody is skeptical, but think about hearing about online money or earning off the foreign exchange market, back in 2017, right? Think about that back in 2017, right? People were very skeptical, right? Because it was unheard of, right? And, I made that step and I got involved in that company at that time, right? Guys, I'll tell you that, my life absolutely changed, right? It wasn't a walk in the park. Right, there were a lot of negativity, a lot of challenges along the way, right? People were saying that, it's not possible, Michael, you're not going to get rich, you're going to get scammed, you're going to lose your money, right? Those things don't work, Michael, right? A lot of that, right? From friends, from family members, right? Close relatives, right? Even co-workers, right? You know, you're just looking for a company, right? Somebody just to support you, you know, a partner in crime, and nobody else. You know, everybody was against it, right? And I had to overcome all these negativities, right? Everything, right? Guys, I'll tell you that, you know, that first year was rough, right? That first year, but, you know, after, you know, months in, you know, at least I was profitable, right? 2 years, you know, in the industry, right? I learned not only trading as well, right? But I learned marketing, right? How to speak to people, how to present. I'll tell you that, you know, I was very, you know, coward with regards to speaking in public, right? I can even talk to, you know, like a group of 3 persons or present any information or anything, right? Very shy, right? And, you know, these were fears that I needed to overcome, right? And, you know, I started to, you know, specialize in trading and also marketing as well, right? Guys, you know, having 2 streams of income, it really propelled my finances, right? 2.5 years in the industry, you know, I made, you know, I got to a level that was earning me 10,000 US a month. I'll tell you that, you know, that was spectacular. It was a dream come true for me, right? That was like 70 grand TT, you know, a month, right? That was close to my yearly salary, you know, my yearly salary in a month time, right? Getting to that level, you know, fast forward, you know, 5, 6, I'm actually 7 years in the industry, right? I can tell you that, you know, my life absolutely changed. I've made several millions of dollars, right? I'm a multi-millionaire. You know, there are months that I made well over $500,000, right? But, you know, is where I came from, right? Is where I came from. And the whole purpose of my story is not to boast, you know, not to brag, not to impress anyone, you know, but to show you what is possible in life, right? I went from living by my parents, you know, to owning my own property. And I'll tell you that, you know, my property is not the average ordinary property, right? I have, you know, one of the biggest homes, right, in my area, in my village, right? Anybody wanna, you know, take $500,000 TTD, right? Not USD in 1 month, right? Anybody wanna probably see a picture? Drop a yes if you would like to see a picture. Let me see if I can pull it up quick here. All right. Again, it's not to impress anyone, right? You know, just to, you know, show you what is possible. All right. Right, lovely. Right. It's actually, you know, a lot advanced than when I took this picture. I took this picture probably back in 2020, right? But there's a playground here, monkey bars, you know, a lot changed, right? But this is what I was able to do, you know, in this industry, in this space, right? I resigned my job, you know, within the first year, right? After 10 months into the within this space, right? Sell the old Corolla. Today I drive, I have a Range Rover Evoque, right? $1 million vehicle. Also I will tell you, I have one of the best BMW convertibles you could think about as well, right? It's 2-door sports. I think it's a 335i, right? As well, right? So, you know, as I say, it's not somebody who have never made money who's speaking to you. I'm here today, right? It's somebody who's been there, you know, done that, right? I didn't inherited any wealth, right? I started from ground zero. Now, my success, right, is not limited to me, right? Any and every single one of you all, right, could achieve what I've achieved, right? All you need to have is a burning desire and be consistent towards your goal, right? So a lot of sacrifices, you know, I've made over the years, right? Things that I used to do, I had to give it up, right? I used to lie, despite I didn't have any money, right? But I used to still, you know, go and hang with the friends and these things, right? And I had to give up that, right? And I had to take that time and channel it on becoming better, redefining my skills, you know, that will allow me to have a multi-million-dollar skill, right? That is trading and also marketing, right? I used to watch TV religiously. I had to give up that as well, right? I used to watch all the shows, right? I used to play all fours for different tournaments. You know, some of you all probably know me from card tournaments and these things, right? I never missed a Sunday tournament, right? Playing for the NSL and, you know, different leagues and these things, right? You know, there are a lot of things that I used to do that were non-productive, right? And I had to give it up, guys, right? And every single day go by, you know, spending time doing the same thing over and over and over. Guess what? I got better and better and better at it, right? So let me dive straight into MJK, right? Why MJK, right? If you're new, what MJK has to offer as well, right? So MJK, right? I'm one of the owners of MJK as well. Monetizing Joint Knowledge is a group, a collaboration, you know, of individuals that have different skills, and we came together to form, you know, one company, right? So I've been with other companies out there, right? IM Mastery Academy, Envision You, other companies as well, right? Just to check their products, right? Their services, just to see what they have to offer, right? And these companies out there, right? They are quite expensive, right? I'm not bashing any company out there or anything, but I'll tell you that they are expensive company, right? Some people, you know, they don't have the mindset, they don't have the time, they don't have the capital to sustain their education and these things, right? So what we wanted to do is take our, you know, experience, right? Our expertise and, you know, provide it, you know, through this platform here, MJK, you know, for a very reasonable cost, right? So the whole purpose, you know, is to provide the education for the layman, right? For everyone, right? But make it affordable and, you know, allow persons to really capitalize, right? On every aspect of this industry, right? So we have 4 ways tonight. We have 4 ways that you could actually earn with MJK, right? So as I said, that's the vision of the company, right? And one of the first ways you could earn with the company is through binary option trading. Anybody ever heard about binary option trading, right? Anybody never heard about binary option trading? Drop a no in the chat if you never heard about binary option trading. Drop a no if you never heard about it. Heard it? No. All right, lovely. Right? So it's a very, you know, fast-paced style of trading, right? I would say it's one of the easiest style of trading, even for a newcomer, right? So if you were to get involved in regular trading, the regular concept where you're catching pips or movement in the market, right? It would take you know, it would take a long time for a new brand person to get involved in the market, right? They'll have to learn from basic, you know, going to intermediate, into advanced levels, you know, to understand the movement of the market, you know, to be able to capitalize on it, right? And then there are different styles of trading, smart money concept, right? Market makers, you know, there are retail concepts like harmonics, break and retest, support and resistance, supply and demand, all these different things, right? There are different styles, right? No style is actually better than any, right? Is what you know, what you prefer, right? What you want to learn, right? And what you want to, you know, stick with and what is working for you, right? But you can be profitable in every single style, right? It's up to you as the individual, right? Practicing proper risk management and these things, right? So binary option, right, is just a simple yes or no, right, question, right? Do you think the market is going to buy or sell, you know, in a specific time frame, right? So it's like, you know, you placing a contract in the market, right? Well, you're not guessing. If you don't have any education on analyzing the market, then you'll be guessing, right? And if you're guessing, you could be gambling, right? And if you're gambling, you're still at a 50%, you know, that you could win because the market could only go up or down. But if you're adding the technical analysis on it, right? You look at past history, you know, to determine, you know, the future movement of the market. For instance, you know, we look at, you know, certain zones, right? And, you know, we use that data, you know, to predict the future movement of the market, right? Now, you could still be wrong, but you get an edge in the market now, right? You could actually bring that 50% way up to 80, 85, even 90%, meaning that 90 times out of 100, you could win that trade, or 9 out of 10 times you could win that trade, right? And, you know, this is what we teach with binary options, right? We teach you, you know, this style of trading, right? How to get involved. And also we offer a live stream session with it as well, right? So how the live stream session work is, is just an added incentive. It's like a guide, right? For, every single person, to allow you to get involved in the market very quickly, right? Somebody say, what are the results? Results are spectacular, right? Having said that, the market always change, every 3 months, every 4 months, right? So, you always have to keep adjusting. But I'll tell you that, despite we have losses, right, you could still come out on top on each and every single session, right? And, some people utilize different strategies, right? Some people even double up, right? They know that, sometimes our session might be 2-0, might be 2-1, might be 3-1, right? And these things, right, might be 2-2, right? We had a session was 3-3, but you could still be profitable. It's up to you, right? You could be profitable with even results where you break even like that, right? Meaning that if somebody, I'll just give you an example. If somebody take a trade for $2, right, and you lost, you could make the next trade for $4 or $5, right? So people find their way utilizing and leveraging our sessions, right? Our sessions run from Monday to Friday, right? 9 sessions per week, 9 to 10 in the morning, and we come back for 12 noon, right? 12 to 1, at lunchtime, right? Friday, just 1 session on a Friday, right? So you get 9 sessions per week, right? For the binary aspect of trading. Also, right, we have live education with regards to regular traditional Forex, how to to get involved hardcore analyzing the markets, right? We teach you from beginner all the way up to advanced levels with regards to trading, right? You have recorded videos that you could go through, you have live sessions, and even on our binary sessions, right, we analyze the markets as well, right? So we'll do binary, right? For 15 minutes to half an hour, right? And if we reach a point where we lock off and it's still early within that session, right, we'll start to analyze some charts, right? So you learn off of the binary sessions as well, right? So you get weekly trade ideas as well, right? I'll tell you that we have a guy on the team named Kevin Chun, right? This guy is absolutely crushing the market. How much of you all made a lot of money so far for the week, right? Who's a part of the platform? Drop a yes in the chat if you made a lot of money with Kevin's trade idea, right? Today, Kevin is our boss, right? Kevin is our boss. He hit a 1 to 4 on gold, right? He hit a 1 to 3, right? Today itself, right? Buying and selling the market, right? The guy is real good, right? Is one of the best, on the team with regards to trading, right? So yeah, so you get all this as well. So this is 2 avenues that you can make money with the company, guys, right? So the foreign exchange market, if you knew, right, is one of the largest markets in the world, combined with the crypto exchange. I'll tell you, it's close to, it's over $7 trillion, right, traded per day industry, right? So it's huge, right? It's big, right? It's a market that operates 24/5, right? 5 days a week. The crypto market is open 7 days a week, 24 hours, right? And to get involved with MJK, right, we have 2 packages, right? We have our binary options only for $75 US, right? If you're from Trinidad, if I convert that into TT, is an average of 525 TT, right? So very affordable, even for the average person, right? And then we have $100 US a month for the complete package, which is the elite, the Forex and the binary, right? So that's like around 700 TT dollars, right? Somebody say, Mr. Michael, if you are a multimillionaire, why do you have to pay for the course? Most of us don't have the finance. Right. So somebody say, Mr. Ali, if you are a multimillionaire, why do we have to pay for the course? Right. Some of us do have the finances, right? Bro, let me tell you something, right? Nothing in life is free, right? We just invested close to $1 million, on website, right? And for the people that we pay a lot of salaries and these things, right? So nothing is free, right? And I know a lot of people, have that kind of attitude. And I'll tell you that you wouldn't learn anything with that attitude. I'm not bashing anybody or anything, right? But I'll tell you that, freeness, right, is not good in life at all, right? The best we could do is to keep this education as affordable as possible, right? But the equipment, right, the persons on board, right, the time for persons, the time that we put out from Monday to Friday to come on, right? I would tell you that, I don't have to do it, right? I can show you, right? Some of you all see my personal trading account. You see the type of money I make on my own, right? So I don't need to come on 9 o'clock anymore. I could sleep whole day, whole night and watch TV and play with my children, right? I have 2 kids now, right? And I don't need to do these things, right? But, at the same time, it's about giving back, right? It's about giving back to, to persons, to society, and this is the best price we could do it, right? Just to run the company, right? So what about people that have been scammed already, right? Well, if you've been scammed, right, this is the reason why we educate in persons, right? So you can keep the money in your account, right? You can learn the skill. All you're doing is copying the trades, right? And taking the education, right? You copy the signals, right? You copy basically everything, right? If you're looking for sometimes persons look for the cheap way out, right? And look for high return on investments and these things. And this is where, you actually get scammed, right? And, when I say get scammed is where you get involved in pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes where you give your money to persons, right? And they tell you send, $1,000 and within 24 hours, you're going to get $24,000. Right? Or you send money to the Samsung company because you win $1 million, right? Right? And nothing easy and free out there in life, guys, right? I want you to understand that, right? So these are the 2 packages here. We also have, right, the new product, right? I'll pass it over to Jeremy and he'll talk a little bit about, the new product, right? But the new product is MJK Copy Trading Service, right? And the copy trading service is just an additional 30 US. Right? We try our best, right? We interview, a lot of different persons, right? We experiment on a lot of different, bots and AI, right? Some of you all who have been with us since in November last year, right, would know that, right? And, we lost a lot of money experimenting with different, individuals, different bots, different technology and these things, right? Our own money, right? Trying prop funds and all these things, right? I know some of you all know that. Right, we took a prop fund for nearly 2,500 US, right, and couldn't even get any withdrawals with it, right? How much of you all know that? Drop a yes if you've been a part of that journey and you know that, right? And we spend the money from our pockets, right? So you won't have to go through that ordeal, right? So you won't have to lose. We took that initiative so we could lose, right? Until we find something, that is so exceptional, something that that is going to have that longevity, with this company for you all. So what we did is that we introduced a copy trade service, right? So we took on a team of traders, right? And, they're going to be trading on their account, right? They're going to be managing an account, right? Side by side is a hybrid system, with, AI technology as well, right? And you're going to be able to connect your account, right, to their account, right? And it's going to be able to duplicate the trades, right? Obviously in accordance, with your account size, right? Lot size based on your account size, right? So you get to mirror the trades, right, guys? It's fully automated, right? You don't have to do anything, right? You don't have to close any trades. You don't have to open any trades. You don't have to do anything, right? Now, some of you all, we were testing different bots and these things, right? And I'll tell you that, our goal was to, to give out, there was a specific bot and we was going to give it out, right? And, we had a few persons that, we give it to, right, to test it, right? And there were conflicting results with it, right? Some people they put more pairs, some people use different lot size, some people get greedy, right? Some people, they couldn't handle the drawdown and all these things, right? And, some persons' accounts, it blown and all these different things, right? So I would say that, despite we tested a lot of different bots and these things, it wasn't the professional way to go, right? Because now the average person would have to come out with capital, right? They would have to turn it off when it have news. Sometimes it have suspected news as well, right? They would have to know how to put it on. They would have to know how to, to purchase a VPS, they have to have a credit card, right? They have to, a lot of different, technical stuff they'd have to go through, right? So what we did is that we took charge of that, right? We took the initiative to manage the accounts, right? But you still have control of your account, right? In regard that, you could set up the account, submit the credentials, right? And we attach it to our copy trading service and duplicate the trades, right? If you don't like how it's going, right, all you could do is just withdraw your money, right? Straight back to your bank, take it in crypto, whatever you want to do, right? So your money, right, is in your control. How much of you all would love that? Drop a yes in the chat, right, if you would love that, all right? The money is in your control. You don't have to beg the company, when I get my money, I don't know if the company might rack up shop and go with my money or these things. No, the money is in your hands, right? It's totally 100% in your control, right? You could withdraw it up. You could close the trades if you want. I don't recommend it, but you could do that, right? And you can make a lot of money from these services. Guys, we have my FX book results, right? Showing you that, right? Of the history so far since we started it back in October, we could show that, right? So I say no envy is you doing the trades. That is hands-free. All right. What's the recommended amount you all recommend for the copy trading? I believe 250 US, right, is the recommended amount, right? But more money is the better for you, right? More money is the better for you, right? Again, right, introducing the service, I want you to know that, trading, there's risk involved, right? Also past profits, right, cannot guarantee, future gains, right? All we could show you is the past data, and you can make an informed decision, if you want to be a part, of the platform or the program, right? Can you use the copy trading on prop firm? No, you can't. You can't. No prop firm allows that, right? If you're copy trading, it needs to be from an account that is registered on your name. You have to submit that, right? So that wouldn't be possible, right? So yeah, 250 USD. You could actually start with 100 US, right? It's not recommended, but you could start with that, right? So, there are two modes with it, right? Jeremy will go into it, but I'll just give you a little quick briefing on it, right? We have a moderate, right, mode, and we have an aggressive mode, right? So the moderate mode, it average like between 8 to 10%. It could even go up to 15% as well, right? But it's more conservative, right? And then we have aggressive mode, right, that we are looking for between 15 to 20%, right? So you could do your maths, right? You could work it out. I mean, if somebody, persons who have a lot of money, you have 10,000 US, even a man with 100,000 US averaging 15% a month, that's 15,000 US dollars. Right now, you're going to say, well, Michael, what about somebody who have $100? That is only $15. Again, right? The service is going to do exactly what we say the service is going to do, right? This is what we're going to go for. This is what we're going to target, right? Yes, somebody with a small account would be at a disadvantage, right? But again, if you have to do a little more, right, to get your finances up, right, our platform will help you and allow you, right, to get to that level. Somebody say, what's the drawdown, right? We keep the drawdown very conservative, guys. Again, right, we'll pass it over to somebody, right, who will speak about the drawdown and these things, right? But trust me, you're going to be able to sleep at night. With that but, right, having a but and market moving, very volatile, news bust on you, right? You're not going to be able to sleep with something like that, right? But this, having persons like us managing that portfolio for you, and you still having control, right, is going to be good, right? Yeah, so that percentage is going to be on a monthly, right? So guys, what we have to help the average person increase their income, right, is that we have an affiliate program, right? It's not a multi-level marketing program, right? All right, so please explain to the attendees why this is not like Primordial or Get. I know how to explain that, Sean. I would not get it.
All right, guys. Just bear with us. We having a little technical difficulties. Michael will be back shortly. Let me address the question, right? Oh, Michael is back, right? So he'll take it over.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. My internet just had a drop on it, so the Zoom just refreshed. All right. All right. So we have an affiliate marketing program, right? We our company, right? We market our own company, right? We run ads and all these things, on Instagram, TikTok, and all these things, right? So we market our own company, right? But we offer a referral program for any person who wants to earn some extra dollars, right? So basically, if you refer persons to our platform, right, our educational platform, our services, right, we'll pay you up to 40%, right, commissions, right, straight to your bank account, right, straight to your bank, any way you will, right? So if you refer somebody on the light option, you could get 30 US, right? And if you refer somebody on the elite FX, you could get 40 US. Here's the best part about the referral, right? Here's the best part about the referral, guys, right? Let me say that you are advertising for anybody else, right? Let me say probably is your hairdresser or your barber, right? And you tell somebody about, their service, right? And they pay and you get a commission, right? What you don't get over there and you get here is residual income, right? The company is willing to treat with your customers, right? If they resubscribe with us for the following month, right? Or every month, right? You continue to get your 40%, right? So it's money while you sleep, right? How much of you all understand that, the benefit of that? There are companies that don't offer residual income, right? You get that opportunity. So think about, right? Let me say that you're good in marketing or good in sales, and over a period of time, right, you have 100 customers, right, that is subscribing to the platform. And let me say you don't do any more work, right? This 100 customers, right, is using the binary service, is using the Forex signals or the Forex education, or probably they're just connected, right, to the copy trading service. They're not going anywhere, right? Probably took you a month to get the 100, or a year or 2 years, right? And you're gonna collect, right, 4,000 US dollars a month, every single month, right? Because that is your customers that you got for the company, right? So we'll continue to pay that, right? 4 grand US a month, right? And I'll tell you, why, marketing piqued my interest long ago, right? I grew up old school where, I was around broke people who were saying that, Michael, the best thing to do is get involved in real estate, right? If you have $1 million, right, or $2 million, build a property or apartment where you could rent out. I will tell you that is one of the most foolish things to do out there, right? Why? Unless you have a lot of money, right? Why? Because that's more long term, right? Imagine taking $1 million or $2 million, right? Or, imagine taking a loan or taking your savings or saving. Well, nobody could save for that with an average job, right? If you could save $1,000 a month, right? It could take you 100 years before you could actually save $1 million, go close to $1 million, right? But think about renting out 4 apartments in one building at $22,000 a month, right? That will come up to $8,000 TT, right? A month. And then you have to pay all these different fees, right? And maintenance on these things. Imagine now coming out with no money, right? And doing affiliate marketing, right? For our company and make way more than that. 4,000 US or even 1,000 US is way more than that. Or 2,000 US a month. Guys, we have persons in our company that is leveraging our platform since in November. And we have persons who average way over 100,000 TT dollars so far, thus far, right? Since they start with us, right? A lot of persons, right, did that, right? So we have this that you could capitalize on. It's up to you. It's not something that is mandatory, right? So, I want to pass it over, to Jeremy, right? This is an individual that I've been working with since back in 2019, I want to believe, right? Came into the platform young. I was able to, coach him, mentor him, help him move, from, the same level that I was a part of, into a lot of a better position in life, right? So to speak, right? So, Jeremy, you can take it away, bro.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Michael, for leading the presentation tonight. How is everyone feeling about this new copy trading service? Are you guys excited for this copy trading service? Let me know in the chat box if you guys are extremely excited for this copy trading service. Now, my job tonight is pretty simple. My job tonight is to give you a detailed breakdown and explanation of this copy trading service, as well as provide you with documented results that this thing actually works. And I can tell you, there's no other company out there that is able to provide you with documented results in a regulated manner, right? So tonight we want to cover all of that. First things first, let's talk about exactly what you are getting for your money. With our copy trading service, guys, I want to re-emphasize the point that Michael made. You are in total control of your money. You are not depositing any money to any broker controlled by MJK like other companies out there. You have an independent, licensed, regulated broker to hold your funds. So point number one, your money is safe. Somebody type safe in the chat box, right? These brokers are regulated across the board by different agencies. They cannot steal your money. If they steal your money, they go to jail, right? They get shut down. Money is safe. Lovely. Point number two, you can withdraw your money at any given time. Most companies out there, they put limits on these withdrawals. You could only withdraw your money once a week. You could only withdraw your money twice a month. With our service, you have the autonomy to withdraw your money whenever you choose to do so. It may not be recommended at a particular point in time, but you have the option. Number three, and I love this point, because any other company out there that offering a copy trading service, they want a cut. They want a percentage. They want some of your profits. Guys, let me tell you, your profit is yours. You do not give anyone, including MJK, any cut or percentage of your profits. If you make $100, that $100 is yours. If you make $10,000, that $10,000 is yours. MJK is only charging an insignificant service fee. All we are charging is $30 for you to access this service. Right now, this is our initial price. I want you guys to get that clear. You see that $30 we are charging right now? That is our initial price. In the future, if persons want to start with large amounts of capital, they want to start with $10,000 or $20,000, obviously, they would not be paying $30 to access the service, right? There would be a tiered system in place, but right now, anyone that wants to access this service, $30 across the board. I don't think that you could go wrong with that price, right? What about convenience? Now, we have some persons on the call here that have experience. I see people talking in the chat about building their own bot. I see people talking in the chat, they're doing this for a long time. Why they need to pay for the service? That's no problem, But what about the new person who's now getting involved in this piece? There's nothing out there that could cater for a new person to consistently make money without them having experience. Our system that we have created here, It is 100% automated. There's no need to monitor. There's no need to worry about drawdown. There's no need to panic about news in the market. There's no need to stress about what to do, when to take the next trade. Every single thing is automated at your convenience to give you a consistent monthly return on your money. And I believe what we have here, no other company could duplicate what we're about to do. Right? What you guys think? Drop a 777 in the chat if you believe that we have this under control. Right? We do not roll things out overnight. Right? For those of you who don't know, this service here has been 6 months in the making. Since we started this company, our idea, our vision is to always create a service like this. And I'll show you guys that we've been testing this service since the day that we got started. All right. So let's get more into the details, right? 1 second there. Now, the minimum capital to start off on the copy trading service, as Michael mentioned, is $250. Right? Now, everyone who is accessing this service, they are going to get access to a particular type of trading account, which is a cent account. Now, I have an individual that we are partnering with to explain exactly what is a cent account and the purpose and benefits of using a cent account for this particular service. And he's going to be coming up shortly. But I want you guys to know upfront that everyone will be learning how to operate and use a cent account. Right? And what a cent account allows you to do, it allows you to gain more leverage on the market. For the persons with small amounts of capital, that small amount of capital could be stretched for you to actually make a decent sized profit using this copy trading service. All right? Lovely. Now, the two different settings that you guys have access to is a moderate and an aggressive style of copy trading. For the moderate style of copy trading, we have documented results back tested for a period of 6 months. The moderate style trading, guys, is going to give you an average of 7 to 10% monthly return. Now, some of you might be saying 7 to 10% is nothing, right? But think about having 10,000 US dollars. 10% a month is $1,000 in your pocket. 7% a month is $700 in your pocket, right? We'll share screen and thing just now, guys, right? Don't worry about that. Listen to what I'm saying, right? Listen to the advice and the details about the service that I'm giving here. You'll see the screen and see all the fancy things in a bit, right? Lovely. Now, on the aggressive style approach, you are looking at 15 to 20% a month. And the aggressive style approach, guys, that is more recommended, I would say, to the persons who have smaller amounts of capital. You have smaller amounts of capital, 10% might not do the trick for you. The aggressive style is going to give you a better chance of creating a larger amount of return on a monthly basis. Right? Now, as I said, we have an individual that we've partnered with. Him and his team, they are doing some tremendous work. And that individual, he's going to come up and he's going to show you documented results of his moderate style approach to trading. We at MJK, we are more aggressive. So with our partnership, aggressive and moderate, giving you the choice, you could take both. I believe that every single person, they have the chance of really making the best out of this service. And, you know, from my experience, people are shy or afraid to get involved with Forex or anything relating to the financial market because of their time management. If you look at doctors, if you look at lawyers, if you look at busy professionals, they don't have the time to sit down and learn. They don't have the time to educate themselves on a brand new skill. What we are going to offer here is going to make Forex, is going to make profiting from the financial market accessible to every single person. And that is what MJK is about. It's about empowering people, and not just empowering one type of person, but empowering the masses and anyone out there who's looking for a different way to make money, an additional option to supplement their finances. So guys, I hope I did a good enough job to explain how powerful our services are. And I want to pass it over to Mr. Damian Clark. He's going to share with you some documented results and show you guys how consistent he is performing. Right? So Damian, all over to you, brother. Are you on the call with us today?
Yes, I am, most definitely. Thank you, Jeremy.
Fantastic. Guys, drop some 777s in chat for Mr. Damian Clark. He's going to be leading the meeting for the rest, and he'll be probably passing it back over to Michael in the end. Right?
Yes. Good night, everyone. As Jeremy mentioned, my name is Damian Clark. And yes, he did mention that I would be providing at least 6 months worth of records for you all tonight. But I just would like to say that it have been over a year now that me and my team have been providing this service. So in terms of ability and in terms of technical expertise and whatnot, we have over a year of experience. And as you may know, with any business, with any venture, there will be ups and downs. So we will have that on the backdrop of what we are going forward with, So it's not just 6 months of results, but it's over a year of, trial and error and proper, documented results, So when MJK was born, and when the team and I saw the value of MJK, the value of the leadership, Michael, Jeremy, Kevin, and the vision that they have for the company in terms of providing a reliable service to, the community, the Trinidad, not just reliable, but safe, secure. When I saw that, I said, well, okay, there's a nice company to partner with because they share similar values as myself and the team, So what I would like to do now is just share the records from the last 6 months, so you guys can see exactly what is happening. Before I do that, though, what I would also want to say is that for me in particular, on my team, we like to focus on capital protection, proper risk management, because we know that with trading, there's high volatility and it could come with high risk. But what we really like to do is ensure that drawdowns are kept to a minimum and profits are generated steadily, So let me share my screen now. All right, so this is the results for the last 6 months. You would have seen a drawdown of 14%. The guys would know that I personally don't like such a drawdown. I know the average drawdown can be 15, 20, even sometimes 25%. My goal is to keep drawdown at a minimum of at least 10%. As it is right now, the largest drawdown was 14%, but it's usually kept below that. What I'm going to show you now is the returns for the year so far. So January, there was a 7% return. February, there was a 5%. Last month, there was a 12%. And this is just to show the ability to edit, to adjust, to suit, because as I said before, we really prefer to play it safe, but when we realize, okay, cool, we're coming closer to the launch, and persons may want to see a bigger return at the end of the month, I said, okay, cool, not a problem. We could make some adjustments, tweak it a bit to reflect a higher return. So I believe that in the future, the returns will be more or less in the average, as Jeremy says, 7 to 10. Sometimes it could be more, but I honestly I like to under promise and over deliver. So the sweet spot I would say is 10%. For the week so far, we generated 0.2%. 0.26% because the trades open and stuff, so all in all, this is the service that you all will be experiencing. This is the moderate type trading. As I told you before, we focus on capital protection with proper risk management, while at the same point in time providing a steady growth, a steady return on investment. This is the moderate strategy. Now, he also mentioned we will be introducing an aggressive strategy. And I also have experience with that as well. I just I have not been using it as much because, conservatively, persons are happy with, 5%, 10% for the month. But with the aggressive, as Jeremy mentioned, persons who have capital and would like to allocate part of that capital to the aggressive, I think you are free to explore that option as well. Meaning that if whatever size capital you may have, say it's 100%, you may want to probably allocate 25% of that capital towards the aggressive and the 75% towards the more conservative moderate strategy. In terms of the aggressive, the drawdowns is possible. It could be more at times. However, at the same point in time, it will be dealt with in the same atmosphere of the moderate, whereby drawdown are targeted to be kept at a bare minimum, So average drawdown for bots are sometimes 20%, 25%. I've seen bots drawdown 30%. I really do not like to see that. I personally do not like to see that. So even with the aggressive, I would say 15 to 20% drawdown is the target. Sometimes it could go more because we don't have any control over the market. Yes, there's always a possibility, because at the end of the day, the markets are volatile. But the main goal is to keep drawdown as low as possible, using the different strategies with the bots and managing the bots and managing the accounts, right? So basically, that's all I would like to share with you guys tonight. As Jeremy mentioned, the benefits of using a copy trading service as ours is basically one, transparency. There's full transparency. Reports are being sent. You have total control. You can withdraw whenever you like. That's total transparency. Secondly, you also have control, which could bring about some level of security, and that nobody can take your money. You can withdraw at any point in time, right? And thirdly, it's very a low barrier to entry in that anyone could get involved. No matter your skill set in terms of trading, no matter your trading experience, no matter how busy you may be, anyone could get involved in partaking in this service, and probably for the first time, generate a level of passive income that you have total control over. you know, not what persons would have experienced within the last probably 3 to 4 years, where they scam left, right, and center. You know, we are really trying to, not just trying, but we're actually doing it. We actually want to provide a service so that persons can literally not just profit for the first time, see real profits, but also enjoy our level of peace of mind, you know. So with that being said, I would like to pass it back over to you, Jeremy, for you to take it from here. Thanks, guys.
All right, fantastic. Guys, Damien is a little soft-spoken, but let me tell you, he's very intelligent and he's an expert at what he is doing. So thank you, Damien, for coming on tonight and sharing exactly how this copy trading service is going to work. Michael, I believe we have some news. I believe we have a date. I believe we have a time. Passing it over to you, brother. Let's close off the call.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Right. So, guys, we're going to be fully on stream this Monday coming. Right. We're going to be able to, you know, accept payments for it, you know, have proper tutorials showing you how to set up your accounts, right, and all these things. Right. Now, you know, we're going to wrap up the call here. Right. But just to answer a few questions, right, I disable the chat, right, because, right, I have a lot of, you know, kind of, you know, persons with the wrong mindset, right? Let me tell you something, guys, right? If you could find any company that is legal, ethical, moral, right, that delivering 10%, 8%, even 5%, right, a month. I mean, we're going up to 15 and 20. But if you could get any company like that, right, by all means, right, go ahead, right? There's no institute out there in the world that is not a scam, right, that is offering you legitimate trading that you can make money, right? None, right? And for the people who are saying, you know, you want a bot, right? That a bot, right? You know, need human intervention. So it might be beneficial to 3 persons on the call out of 700 or 800, right? But it's not going to be. Some of you all are inconsiderate, right? And you don't care about other persons, right? What about the persons who don't have credit card to pay for a VPS? What about the person, right, who don't know about news, right? So he can't get started. What about a person who didn't know how to open IMT4 terminal or how to set it up, right? What about all these different persons out there? What about a person who's sleeping in the night, who working, who can't even get access to internet to turn off these things, right? So you need to be considerate with other persons. Not everything is about you and you alone, right? For the individual who trying to make sense with, if I'm making 7% or 5%, how I'm going to pay my subscription, right? It's not about your subscription, bro, right? If you in that particular predicament, right, you have to do more than the next person who have the money, who can afford it, right? More than the person who had the 10,000 or the 20,000, right? We have so much different ways that you could earn money, right? You don't need to use that particular service to pay a subscription. There's no other company out there, right, that are allowing you in one service, right, to do it automated, that could handle your subscription automated, that you could focus on binary, right? Or you could focus on Forex, right? There are companies out there that you have to pay a subscription for their education, their service, and you're still not making a single dollar in none of their services, right? You're making nothing in none of their services, and you're not complaining about it, right? And now you could come here. You could make money in marketing. You could make money in binary, you could make money in Forex, and you could even make money in the copy trading service in all 4 aspects. So if you're a person, you don't have the capital to benefit from the copy trading service. You have to do more, right? You have to do more. Not well, Michael, only for people with money. No, you do more. So if I was thinking like that 7 years ago, I can't sign up for them company. I don't have the money. I don't have the time because, you know, I had to slave for TCL, right? If you always had that helpless mindset, how are you going to become a multimillionaire, right? If you're not already thinking like one, right? How much of you all understand, you know what I'm saying? I know the chat disabled. Probably you could drop a 1 in the chat, right? If you understand what I'm trying to say, right? So if you need to sign individuals or participate, you know, in the marketing, so be it, right? You need to do what you have to do, right, to get on top, right? If, you know, there are some persons who make it happen and some persons will lay back and watch other persons make it happen, right? If your child needs an operation done in the next 6 months from now, and it's costing you 100,000 to do, what are you going to do? You're going to say, well, I can't afford that, right? So everybody, you know, so why people can't put up the money and give me the money to pay for my child, right? No, that can't work. So I don't care if I have to get 9 jobs. I don't care if I don't have to sleep for the next 6 months, night and day until I get our money. I don't care if I had to work for people I don't even talk to make that money. I don't care about that, right? I don't care if I had to save every single cent, right? And drink water and eat bread every single day to make up that money, because my child life, right, is worth it. It's life and death. And if you treat your success as life and death, right, guess what? You won't study any subscription. You won't study any job. You won't study any friend. You won't study any negativity out there, right? You'll get it done no matter what, right? So if you don't have 100,000 US, right, to invest, your goal is to use this platform and work your butt up until you get 100,000 US, right? That should be your goal, right? So guys, again, having said all that, I know sometimes I might go in one year and come out the next year, right? But don't have any, you know, that type of attitude, right? And don't let that rub off on you, right? I make every single thing I have happen, right? The vehicles I have, the house I have, right? Nobody give me nothing, right? I didn't ask for any handout, right? And I make sacrifices while people were lying and drinking, right? I didn't go no carnival for 7 years, right? I didn't celebrate Christmas for 7 years, right? I sacrifice for what I have today, right? I work my job. When I was working my job and I was learning the skill, right? I needed the money, and I work overtime and accepted a day off, right? Just to get the time to learn, right? So you had to step up, guys, and make it happen for you, right? So the service mightn't be for everybody. It could be for everybody, right? But it's up to you, right? It's up to you. You got to make it for you, right? So if you put 1,000 in and your 10% might be $100, right? For you to get that full 100 and mitigate your subscription, trade binary too, trade Forex, market, put 5 people in your company. If you put 5 people in, you in profit from the service and you in profit from the marketing and all too. Do a little more than the person who in a better position than you. That's all I'm saying, guys, right? So I appreciate you all, right? We're going to be officially starting, next week, Monday, right? And as I say, right, MJK is going to provide this service, right, to the best of our ability, right, in a way that you don't have to do anything for that service, right? We're going to put it in a way that you don't have to turn off any trades, monitor any news, right? You don't have to worry about even paying for the VPS. It's incorporated with that price as well, right? You know that we subsidize that cost as well, right? And our VPS, the average VPS is about 15 US for a VPS, and if you're using it, you need 2 terminals on that, right? So we did all that. We took that, right? We could have charged an extra 100 US. MJK not even making any more money on that 30 US to be real with you. After you pay for VPS and pay for the equipment and even the new added staff for that, right? The more work, right? We're not making anything on that, right? I want you to really think about it. Right, so I appreciate you all, guys. Have a blessed one. Get back to the persons who invited you to this call, right? And let me change every person, every individual finances, right, for the rest of this year, guys. Right, I appreciate you all. Have a blessed one.
Good night, bro.